Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time finding me, my name is Gerard. Today we're talking about fragrances, more specifically 10 fragrances from the house of Acqua di Parma. With this video, I want to look at all 10 fragrances. I'm going to compare them. I'm going to pit them against each other. And at the end of this video, I'm going to choose my favorite from the 10. So if that's content you want to see more of, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that hype button, all the good things. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. All right, guys. So we have 10 fragrances. As I said, 3 eau de cologne concentrations, 3 EDT concentrations, or eau de toilette, and 4 eau de parfum concentrations. I'm gonna actually pit the eau de colognes against one another, then I will pit the EDTs, choose my favorite from those, and so on and so forth, and then we will compare all of them. And I'll let you know which one I choose as to be my favorite from this. So the first one, the first 2 that we're gonna be looking at is Colonia and Colonia Essenza. Now, I have tested these before. I don't have a bottle and I haven't smelled them in a while. So I have my test strips here, and as you guys can see, I wrote on the test strip which fragrance we are sampling. So I know. And a lot of you guys actually in previous videos have said that I'm using the strips wrong. That's actually incorrect. This wider side is to be able to take notes, write things down. This side is for the testing. So just a little fun fact for those that care. So let me get this on the strip here. Okay, so these are both eau de cologne concentrations. Here I have Colonia, and here I have the Colonia Essenza. Yeah, so very nice citrus, aromatic, fougere style fragrance. Classic smelling. It reminds me of other things, but very easygoing Italian style fragrance. Think, you know, open white shirt, khaki slacks, something like that. Sandals on the beach type of vibe. Very gentlemanly, classy. Let's check Essenza. Okay, so Essenza is a little bit, I guess, subtle in a way. At least to my nose, it's a little more subdued. The citrus doesn't pop as much. It's not as bright initially, but there are elements that I really like to this. I don't want to say there is like a leather or a suede note, but there's something that adds to the smoothness of this scent. Okay, so although this is brighter, a little more sparkly, effervescent, and feels a little more uplifting, this smells a little more dated to me in a way than this does. Than the Essenza. Also, I can sort of pick out the citrus here. I want to say maybe mandarin orange, but I could be wrong. I actually prefer the Essenza, I think, over the Colonia. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm going to choose Essenza over the Colonia, so I'm going to put this one aside and we'll move on to the next. Okay, so now we're going to compare the Essenza to the other EDC concentration, which is Colonia Pura. So the Essenza. Yeah, just much smoother citrus. Everything is a little more cohesive in this for me. Smells great. The Pura. Okay, the Pura is offering a little more of like a... Wow, I like this one. It has almost this like solar vibe, like outside air. How you would imagine like the rain, like a rainstorm on a summer's day, and then it kind of moves through quickly and you have the steam coming off of the ground. I actually really like this. It's different. It has a little bit of a different element to it. I still think Essenza is probably the more versatile fragrance. It's a little bit more signature worthy in a way, but I do like this one because it's a little more interesting. Also has like this subtle dryer sheet vibe. So there's this little fuzzy syntheticness to it. It's gonna be tough. Man, I like them both. The Pure is coming across a little more clean laundry. So subtle, more subtle in a way. I think I'm gonna go Essenza. Yeah, I'm gonna go Essenza. It's just a little more versatile, signature worthy type of fragrance. Let's stick with Essenza. All right, so here we have Arencia de Capri and Fico di Amalfi. They're both EDT concentrations. I wanna say they're from their Mediterraneo line. So let's see which one of these I prefer. Okay, I smelled this when I was spraying in there, and it is definitely orange. Obviously, Arencia, I believe, is orange in Italian. Amazing orange fragrance. Very authentic smelling, bright, citrusy, a little puckery. This would be ideal for a really hot summer day when you don't want anything too heavy. It doesn't smell overly complex on the strip. That might change on skin, but it doesn't matter. I really love how they use the orange here. Smells really great. Let's see, Fico di Amalfi. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be tough because this is very interesting fruit note here. I'm not sure what they're using. I'm going in this kind of blind, guys. I don't necessarily know all the notes ahead of time, so I want to give them more authentic first impressions of these, or overall impressions. Maybe something like a fig. Whatever it is, it smells very authentic. It has this earthiness to it. Just a subtle sweetness. I really like this too. Okay, just from a pure standpoint of uniqueness, I think I'm going to choose Fico di Amalfi. This orange note is really nice. It's really authentic smelling. It doesn't smell like a cleaner or anything like that, but off of the strip, it's a little one-dimensional. Here, there's some earthiness, there's some fruitiness, there's an interesting element to this fragrance that makes me want to look it up, makes me want to research it more. So I like this one. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the Fico di Amalfi. Let's compare it to the next one. All right, so we have the Fico di Amalfi and the Muerto de Panarea, which is the other EDT. Let's see what we have. Yep, so more of that, I wanna say fig, or it's definitely a unique fruit and it smells great. Let's see, Muerto de Panarea. Okay, this is nice too. This smells a little more, very bright, very sort of sunny feeling fragrance. Daytime, warm weather, maybe a little bit dressier. I really like it. Very masculine, but doesn't smell dated. Smells put together, clean. All right, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, Again, this interests me. The Fico di Amalfi has a uniqueness to it, unlike what I've smelled so far. And although this might be the safer fragrance of the two, I like them both. That's the problem. Okay, damn it. Now I'm trying to think, what would I wear the most? What would I wear more and reach for more versus what just is more interesting? Man, it's tough. I want to say I'm going to go with the Muerto de Panarea, just from an overall scent profile and what I would be more likely to reach for. The Fico di Amalfi absolutely has my interest. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to go Fico di Amalfi. I'm going to choose the one that has piqued my interest because, again, when you're in this hobby for a long time, you want to try things and you want different scent profiles in your collection. So let's move on. So the final four are EDP concentrations. We are looking at Yuzu and Osmanthus. And it sounds like these last four are more focused on individual notes. Okay, yeah, this is familiar in a way. Yuzu, you've probably smelled it in other things. It's an aquatic type, juicy fruit, but it's a little drier. It's not quite as sweet or citrusy. So it's kind of right down the middle, but it's clean. It smells put together. There is more depth here other than just the yuzu note. I don't want to say powdery. It's more dry than powdery, but it's nice. And it's not too bitter. So sometimes yuzu can be a little bitter. It's spot on. It smells great. Let's see, Osmanthus. Okay, so this is more of like a white, creamy floral, a little indolic. It's probably the most, I want to say these are all unisex. There's a couple that are a little more masculine for me. This is more unisex, leaning a little more feminine for me, but this is nice. It's just not my thing. It's not something I would personally reach for that often. So for that reason, I'm definitely choosing the yuzu. Yeah, but this is nice. All right, yuzu wins. Let's move on to the last two here. Now, finally, the last two EDPs, we have Quercia and Oud. Quercia is, I had looked it up, it's oak, translated from Italian to English, and Oud is oud. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, creamy, woody, masculine, comes across almost slightly boozy. Love this scent profile. This is kind of my thing. It's reminding me of some of my favorites. And yeah, this one is gonna be hard to beat for me personally. I like it. Let's see what Oud does. Okay, yeah. For me, this comes across, there may be a rose note here as well. It comes across a little bit more medicinal of an Oud, which isn't my favorite personally. With that being said, it's not quite as mass appealing as something like a Tom Ford's Oud would, and it's a little drier. It's settling down a bit, that medicinal piece of the scent. But yeah, this is no brainer for me. It's gonna be this one. Yeah, the Quercia. I really like this one. This is one that I'm probably gonna test on skin when I come down to the final two. Yeah, this one's nice. All right, so I'm gonna choose a favorite out of Colonia Essenza, the EDC, and the Fico di Amalfi. Okay, so yeah, the Essenza, again, a little bit more of that old school style fougere with some creaminess and maybe a slight suede or leather note. I like it. It's a little darker than the Colonia, and I like that. Fico di Amalfi. Yeah, the Fico di Amalfi, I just, on pure uniqueness of this scent, it really is a standout. It's something that I can imagine wearing like on vacation. Unique. It smells the most niche of all the fragrances that I've smelled. And I think they did a great job with it. I wish I knew what that note was. I'm gonna, if this makes it to the final round, I'll look at the notes, but I like it. Yeah, this is, Colonia Essenza is more of a classic old school type of fougere that I have in my collection. It's not anything new or unique. So based on that, I'm gonna go with Fico di Amalfi. All right, so the last two EDPs here, we have Yuzu and Quercia. Yeah, the Yuzu is nice. On second go around here, it is coming across slightly like, has a little bit of a baby wipe vibe. And, you know, I'm still just getting out of the diaper stage here with my youngest. So where it's definitely at the front of mind when, you know, certain notes hit, I think of baby wipes, and this is kind of doing it to me right now. So I don't love that about it. Here's the Quercia. Yeah, the Quercia, just very interesting fragrance. It's complex. That oak note, it's woody, it's slightly boozy. It's a little darker. It's probably the sort of darkest overall scent of all these that I've tried, but it smells fantastic. Yeah, I really like this one quite a bit. Even some vanillic undertones to it. Yeah, okay. I'm excited to try this one on skin. This one is definitely moving on. So that leaves us with Fico di Amalfi and Quercia. So they both smell great. I'm gonna get both of these on skin and I'm gonna pick a winner. All right, so on this hand, I have the Fico di Amalfi. On this hand, I have the Quercia. Let's see which one wins out. All right, so what was on the strip is carrying over really well to my skin. This one is different. It's a little different off of the skin than what I was getting off of the strip. That's not a bad thing. It's just everything obviously is a little more concentrated. It smells like it's going to last. It's actually a little more potent than I expected, but everything is calming down really quickly and it really is coming together nicely. So I'm still getting those woods, that oak, the creaminess here, maybe some sandalwood, less of the boozy note, a slight citrus up top, maybe bergamot, something along those lines. That's kind of bringing everything together. This one's really good too. This is gonna be difficult. Let's take a look at the notes really quick. Okay, so I was right. In the Fico di Amalfi, you have grapefruit, bergamot, citron, lemon, which I don't get a ton of. I do get some citrus, but I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was. The fig nectar is what really stands out here. You have the fig nectar, jasmine, pink pepper, fig tree, cedar, and benzoin. I really like it. It's all those notes work beautifully together. Adds a lot of uniqueness to the scent. Let's take a look at the notes for Quercia. All right, so the notes for Quercia, you have bergamot, which I was picking up, the lemon, petitgrain, pink pepper, geranium, cedar, cardamom, oak moss, tonka bean, patchouli. So, okay, having those notes listed helps me pick things out. The cardamom, I'm definitely picking up on now. It is a little bit fruity, not as spicy. It's more on the fruity side than spicy. The tonka bean is adding that, I think, creaminess, that vanillic touch to it. The pink pepper offering a nice little bit of spicy sweetness up top. The petitgrain. So all those notes work really well together. It smells great. It's changing quite a bit on my skin than what it was doing off a strip. I don't pick up the booziness. The sweetness is there. It's nice. But it's not a boozy sweetness. I think it's more coming from that pink pepper. So it's overall nice. So let's see. Let's go back to the Fico di Amalfi. Yeah, the Fico di Amalfi is just a really easygoing fragrance. And I think it's something I would probably reach for more over the Quercia. But this is really nice as well. I gotta pick something. I think what is gonna make my decision here is which fragrance is the more unique fragrance that I'm still going to wear. And I think that is Fico di Amalfi. That's the scent I'm going with. This is the one that I think is gonna leave more of a lasting scent memory for me. It's gonna be one of those fragrances that you can make memories with because it is very unique. It stands out. It's different than other things I have in my collection. I have other fig fragrances. I'm a big fan of fig. My favorite niche fragrance is Thé Noir 29 from Le Labo. That it has a fig note in there that is incredible. It reminds me a little bit of that in a way, but that scent is has a little more depth and complexity to it. I wear it for different reasons. This is a little more laid back, giving me a little more of that vacation vibe. And this is really nice too. However, this has changed quite a bit from when I first put it on the strip. Picking up more of the aromatics, more of that petitgrain, which petitgrain isn't my favorite note. So this is good, but it's not great. I think Fico di Amalfi is great. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the winner, Fico di Amalfi. I'd be curious to know what your favorite is from these 10 fragrances from Acqua di Parma. Drop it in the comment section down below. But guys, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.